Okay, listen to another one of my medic point of view commentaries. This is Andy from Gangnam Style, and we're on week 3, UGC EU Silver. This is Gangnam Style versus W.A.S.P on PL Badwater, using the whole stopwatch config. Blue attack first and set a time, and then red have to then attack and try and beat it. I'm going to be honest, we completely get rolled in this game, but it's still worth watching for a medic from my perspective, because if you're not very experienced medic, it can teach you how to sort of survive in a shit situation, and it's still worth always doing a demo review. Everybody's killed themselves to drop metal for the engineer. It's pretty important to do. Each dropped weapon gives 100 metal, which is half of the 200 that you can carry, and that's a dispenser, or half a level on your dispenser or your sentry or your teleporter. So it makes it a lot easier, even though the metal crate is actually there. It's just a lot faster. Also, our snipers just dropped about a minute into the round, which is really frustrating, but we'll see if we can speed things up. Alright, and you can see he's rejoined. So I'll have the unpause to let him back in the game soon. It is a bit unfortunate that he won't be here for the first defense, but we'll see what we can do. What we're expecting to happen immediately as soon as the gates open is their class is Sans Medic will just run in. So we'll have like the soldier in demo just jump in, or the scout will just fly. You know, scout or suicide, everybody will just try and run in and see what they can do. Because in payload maps, the blue team starts with a spawn advantage. It'll take about 5 seconds to spawn. And we can see that the demo just jumped right over. Yeah, and they spawn in about 5 seconds, so they might as well just see what they can get, essentially. Sometimes you can get like a med pick straight away. This is pretty much the standard position at first. My position, I am a little bit too close to the cliff and I could easily get cornered here, but I am relying on my team to just call people coming around that cliff. This is a great spot to hold with a pyro as well, because as soon as they start to come around that corner, you can just pop over on your pyro and air blast people off the cliff, and they just can't come around. Unfortunately, what their team decides to do is just push right through the tunnel, and their own man can shoot stickers up and take out our sentries from underneath, which is pretty much the counter to this hold. And the Uber in anyway. We pop, not only to save myself, but we then figure, oh, we've got this Uber, we're invulnerable, we can block the cart. So we go ahead and do that, and I fall out. We've lost our sentry position, we've lost Uber, we've had a few losses, our pyro has just gone down, so it's just time to back out. Unfortunately, our engineer went down, which does cause us to just get steamrolled on this next point. Because even before we have a proper defense set up, like, their demo is here, and he's just jumped in, destroyed whatever's there, and I walk into a pill and get killed. On payload defense, the engineer is probably more important than the medic. I mean, I got out, but our engineer didn't. And then that caused us to lose the next point because we didn't have a sentry. We also have Banana Man, it's brilliant. Rockets there. But yeah, and the thing is, both me and the Angel went down there again on second, which means that we're going to have a real tough job contesting third. Fortunately, they still had to actually push the cart up from first. Like, as soon as they captured first, they were attacking us in second. So they do have to wait for the cart to actually move up before they can commit to this push, which does give us a little bit of time. They do have the Uber advantage, but I immediately just back out. It's like, look, we can't fight it. We can try and repush later, but that's what we can do. This is a pretty good spot to just hide in, because nothing can come around the corner at you. The only way that you can be flanked is through that little window on the right above where the sniper's standing. And even then, you'll see people up top. Your team will be able to call that out very, very easily. This bit's so fairly equal. They tend to pop, but unfortunately all they have is pyro, which means it's quite easy to get out. And I just eat a sandwich.
Enemy has received additional time.
This is a spot that I often feel quite unsafe about. It depends who I'm actually with, because we can easily be flanked from the map room. Yeah, there's windows up there. Members of their team can just drop down, and then we're surrounded. I'd much rather prefer to be in one of the garages or in the shadow here. Still will have Uber to defend this point, which makes it much easier to do. We're also playing with about 3 mercs in this game, which doesn't make things any better. Fortunately our heavy goes huge and manages to take down their demo. We know that Bugser, the demo man for W.A.S.P, is quite important for them. So he's a focus pick. Similar to how on Croissant we had the sniper, who was very, very important. Against this team, it's their demo man. Top Uber, save our demo man, and then we use the pyro to kind of interrupt them, and we managed to push them back up to the car to save our sentry and things like that. Fortunately, I am now pretty much held in this little spot. I should have just run back to the spawn instead of trying to be clever with the crossbow and waiting for people, but I wasn't sure that I was going to make it. I wanted to just wait back up. Fortunately, it just didn't quite work out. At this point, we're actually calling that me and the scout are trapped in this staircase, and nobody comes out to help us. Although, admittedly, it's good to notice that even though I am suicide frenzy, yeah, even though we got rolled there and we had like a 5.5 minute capture time, I only died once during the actual round. Which did help. If I didn't have the overcharges that I had, that would have gone a lot faster. This bit is pretty standard setup time. On blue there's not much you can do except for your engineer, and he can build a little sentry and dispenser in one of the doorways. It's the next doorway along, you'll see it in a second. Although according to UGC rules, you're not allowed to build a teleporter there. Yeah, we can see the sentry. And while it's weird to run a level 3 sentry on offense, you can still use it for fun. You can... It's worth doing. You don't lose anything by having it.
3, 2, 1.
If, you know, you go outside and you get sniped, or sentry gets immediately taken out, you can just switch to the gunslinger, which is what you're going to do anyway. It just gives you an option. But yeah, the UGC rules say that you're not allowed to build a teleporter. Something to do with trapping spies in spawn. But and I'm doing the typical thing, how I said earlier on about blue team having the spawn advantage, might as well send people out for suicides. That's what I'm doing. My life is too valuable, especially as I hold Uber, to go out, but we might as well throw the rest of the team out and see what happens. At this point, I decide that we've done suicides. I want to leave spawn at this point. I'm just calling to my team asking, is it safe? Has the sniper been taken care of? Is the soldier in a position where he could just bomb me the moment I come out? And I eventually managed to leave. We decided that we want to go for the push. We decided Pyro first. Unfortunately, Pyro combined with the Sentry knockback completely wastes that Uber. That was pretty good teamwork by then. Pyro and a Wrangle Sentry. Even if you're Uber charged and you take no damage, the knockback is still pretty fierce. We know that one of these engineers will spot. I don't know why Goat was just standing there waiting for heals. But yeah, I immediately hugged the wall because I know the little bend in the tunnel. And I know that it's a lot harder to hit me if I'm just hidden around this. Even though it's a slight corner, it's still a corner, and that's map awareness. That's something that you need to know. I honestly think that if I just stayed in a straight line and he had vision on me, I would have been picked. Like, he'd immediately just dropped two of my teammates before that. But we have another go with Uber. This time we go with Derriman first. Pyro doesn't quite manage to blast me off the cliff, but we managed to fire off the heavy. Fortunately, they have since called. Wasn't sure if that was honest, but I don't know why Derriman's doing that. But I say we should spawn. We decided that we've had two pushes on the bottom and they haven't worked, so we're going to try doing the under push. The Scout deals with the sniper while our demo man spams out the sentry. Fortunately they're heavy and just get me, which just caused me to retreat back to spawn. I still haven't died and I still play very, very cagey. However, our team does really have communication issues, so there are probably times where I could commit more and actually help, but I'm having to completely trust my own instincts rather than... I don't have anything I can rely on. Fortunately, we do have Uber, but we only have about 1 minute left to cap this point, and then 2 minutes to cap the entire... We have 2 minutes to finish the round, which isn't going to happen. Apparently our soldier stuck in their spawn door as well, which explains why we haven't seen him in a while. Something that the soldier can do on this map is do rocket jump over, and I have no idea how much damage I would have taken if that had actually killed me. I got shot by the engineer, and then the scout, and then the Derriman had stickers on me. But yeah, our soldier is stuck in their spawn door. He rocket jumped over the rocks, and basically just went the entire way around the map. And the whole idea of that is to destroy their teleporter, annoy any classes still coming out of spawn. Normally, if you can get like a med pick, and your soldier is like waiting outside spawn, you can do a lot of things there. You can kill him again, you can keep him trapped inside, you can do the same with a sniper. If your soldier's confident in his rocket jumping, it's worthwhile doing. And at this point, I know that we have about 10 seconds. I just want to try and get on the point. I'm a body at this point, but we're still not able to do it. That's a first point defense for them, which is pretty bad. Anyway, that was part 1. It's 1-0 to W.A.S.P. This has been the first half of Badwater commentary. Thank you for listening.